Also among with us uh, Dr. Anup Kumar Naik, former ADG Project Tiger and Chairman of Odisha Wildlife Conclave 2024, and Engineer Rajesh Kanungo, Co-Convener ESH Committee ICC Odisha State Council, and also with us Dr. Ghosh in our dais, and the President of Evergreen Forum, Mr. Prakash Chenna. It is my privilege to invite the Honorable Guest for the I will request, it is my privilege to invite all the dignitaries on the dais to this Odisha Conclave, Odisha Wildlife Conclave today. I request all the volunteers to offer bouquet to our dignitaries. Now to start all the proceedings, may I invite our chief guest to inaugurate the function by lighting the ceremonial lamp, and I request all our dignitaries to accompany the event. Sir, please.
कैमरा कैमरा किसी चेंज कर आईफोन एवं टेक्स्ट कर हाँ हाँ मोर ना 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 फोन टिकेट 5 मिनट पर तुमको कॉल कर सेटअप कर दे ठीक है सेटअप कर दे फिर तुमको कहूँ ठीक है मुझे सेटअप कर दे फिर तुमको कहूँ ठीक है।
Thank you, sir. Evergreen Forum established in 2000 in last 24 years have been working towards environmental conservation and wildlife protection. In collaboration with Indian Chamber of Commerce, the conclave is a brainchild of Dr. Prakash Chenna, the President of Evergreen Forum Society. So I request our President, Dr. Prakash Chenna sir, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, please.
Good morning, everybody. I welcome all the delegates in Odisha Wildlife Conclave 2024 on the auspicious occasion of World Wildlife Day 2024 at Jagre Bhavan, Bhubaneswar. I welcome our chief guest, Sri Devidatta Vishwas sir, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Head of Forest Force of Odisha. I welcome our guest of honor, Sri A.T. Mishra sir, Deputy Director General of Forest, Integrated Regional Office, Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India. I welcome former PCC, Sri Suresh Chandra Mahanti sir, former Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and Head of Forest Force, Odisha. I welcome our special guest who will deliver his lead talk in this conclave, Dr. Conclave Ghosh, Senior Director of Biodiversity Conservation, Conclave, India. I welcome Engineer Rajesh Kanungo, Co-Convener ESS Committee, Indian Chamber of Commerce. I welcome awardee Dr. Vishwajit Mahanti, today's awardee and Chief Attraction, Secretary Wildlife Society of Odisha. I also welcome our Odisha Vanyaprani Mitra Award, High Vanyaprani Mitra Award. Dr. Vishwajit Mahanti will receive 1 lakh cash prize. This is the second highest award of Odisha in wildlife. And our 5 Odisha Vanyaprani Mitra Award, Sanjukta Vasa, Moyubhanj District, Akash Ranjan Rath of Puri District, Vaishnav Bhoi of Bargarh District, Suresh Kushti, Forester of Mangrove Forest Division, Rajnagar, Kendrapara District. Also from one awardee from Adgard Forest Division, Ananya Samal, who is working as para forester. They are getting 10,000 cash on this auspicious occasion. We are encouraging wildlife researchers, wildlife scientists, wildlife conservationists who are working in grassroots ground level of the state. This program is organized by Evergreen Forum in association with Indian Chamber of Commerce, the national level organization. I also congratulate all the general participants, all the resource persons who will deliver their talks on this auspicious occasion. Mr. Kaushik Mandal, Wildlife Inspector, Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, MOEF and CC Government of India, Dr. Vishwajit Mahanti, Mrs. Padma Mahanti, Professor Sushil Kumar Datta, Dr. Lada Sun Kumar Singh, Professor Shiva Prasad Adhikari. They will deliver their talks on this auspicious occasion. I also congratulate our 5 panelists. One DFO will be there, Dr. Cheripati, DFO Adgard Forest Division, Mr. Gaurav, Scientist in charge, Regional Museum of Natural History, MOEF and CC Government of India, Dr. Satyaranjan Behera, Zoologist, Odisha Biodiversity Board, Government of Odisha, Sadhvi Sindura, State Lead Odisha, WWF India, and Dr. Medha Nayak, Assistant Professor from NIT Rourkela. I also congratulate the wildlife photographers who are participating in this conclave. Many participants from West Bengal, Chhattisgarh and Andhra Pradesh also. First time we are organizing this photography exhibition. We are also organizing poster presentation competition. Many schools and college and university students, research scholars, they are participating in poster presentation competition. Again, I thanks our volunteers. I am thankful to Indian Chamber of Commerce. They are our associate organizer. They are helping us to organize this conclave. I also congratulate media persons, students from different districts, different colleges, universities and schools. Thank you all. And again, I am thankful to Dr. Manoj Nayak, who will come to attend our chief guest in our closing ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words about this conclave. Now I request Dr. Anupama Naik, sir, to give the keynote address. Sir, please.
Very good morning to all of you. Chief guest of the conference, Devika Dishalji, guest of honor, A.T. Mishraji, my senior colleague, Suresh Mahanti sir, Rajesh Karungoji, tennis mate, Prakash Bhai, organizers, officers of the forest department sitting in the front, both serving and retired, Vinod Kumar sir, retired PCC, LKC sir, so many others. Ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you once again and welcome to Odisha Wildlife Conclave 2024. As you all know, we started this journey exactly on this day 1 year back. That is 2023, we started this particular program. And this is the second time we are organizing this conclave. Exactly after 1 year. Third month is a very important day for all of us because this is, we call it World Wildlife Day. This World Wildlife Day is celebrated all over the world, not only here in Bhubaneswar. All over the world it's celebrated this particular day as World Wildlife Day. And this World Wildlife Day, because on this particular day, CITES, Convention on International Trade on Endangered Species of Flora and Fauna, that came into operation. It's an international treaty. It's been ratified by none less than 184 countries. And it came into operation on this particular day in the year 1973. So since that day, it's been observed as World Wildlife Day. And one of the objectives to have this wildlife conclave at Bhubaneswar is that we want to celebrate it at a state level. Again, welcome you all. And then this already Prakash Bhai has said that this particular, scientist, this is why everybody is there, everybody is involved in wildlife conservation. And this scientist came to be because the international trade on wildlife, wild species of flora and fauna doesn't endanger their survival. That's the basic why scientists came into being. So there is wanton exploitation of these species of flora and fauna has brought so many species into the brink of extinction. As per IUCN record, as many as 31,000 species, mind it, 31,000 species are on the brink of extinction. Now, it's important 31,000 species are on the brink of extinction. It's only because of human actions, our actions, your actions. All of us are responsible for the state of affairs that we are seeing our wild flora and fauna are. So, one of the objectives of this particular day celebration is to pledge something so that we can reverse this trend. We have to join our hands. We have to stand together. So this particular conclave provides a platform for all of us, like-minded people, wildlife lovers, wildlife enthusiasts, people who are working in the field of wildlife conservation to come together and do something for the conservation of wildlife so that we can reverse this trend of wildlife species getting into the red list. So as actually 41% of these, what I mean to say is 31,000 species, that is about 27% of all the known assessed species. We have not yet assessed all the species that are existing in this universe. Whatever species are known to us, out of those species, 27% are already at the brink of extinction. organization we belong to, everybody has a responsibility towards conservation of wildlife. And third thing that we work, most of us are already working in the field of wildlife conservation. This particular conclave has a role to find out who are these people who have been working in the field of wildlife conservation. They have been working throughout their life, silently, without being noticed. And we want to pick them in, identify them, and bring them into the limelight. That's also one of the objectives of this conclave. So that's the reason we are giving awards to 6 individuals. One of them is lifetime achievement, which Vishwajit Mahadev very deservedly is getting it, and 5 other persons are also getting it. They are the people, they have been working for the conservation of wildlife in the state, also outside, throughout their life, silently, relentlessly. And it's our job to motivate, to give some a little bit of you. That's the second thing. Third thing, we have got a number of eminent speakers this time. We have got eminent working. I had got the opportunity of working with him for 2.5 years when I was the ADG project tiger. So he will be there, he will be giving the lead talk. And then also we have got other, Padma Mohanty hasn't yet come, but will be there. And many other, we actually, this Mondal sir is there from WCCB Jabalpur. Actually, the kind of wildlife crime is taking place in Odisha, particularly in eastern region, is mind-boggling. We don't know that. We need to know that, and we need to do our bit so that these wildlife crimes are also prevented. We can do our bit. Everybody has a role to play. And yes, we'll join hands together. We'll do it today. I think we'll form a WhatsApp group of this particular group, and we'll have activities called the profile activities. We'll go to a beach, start cleaning it. We'll go to the biodiversity rich area, start cleaning it of plastics. We'll go to some other areas, Mangalore for exposure, something like that. So I think someone of us can make a WhatsApp group. Last but not least, I don't want to prolong it a bit longer, but I have to say so many things. Okay, so that's second thing is Odisha is having a number of problems relating to human wildlife conflict, particularly elephant, unheard of before. It's been assuming enormous proportion, huge problem. Huge problems need huge efforts. And huge efforts, our government is doing a wonderful job. One of the best governments, I think, of all the wildlife states. The government of Odisha, the kind of steps they are taking to tackle this particular problem is praiseworthy. But whatever efforts government takes, they are not alone. And we are here. All citizens have a duty. We can chip in, we can join hands, and we can strengthen the hands of the government in dealing with this kind of problems. So that's also one of the objectives. Okay, so we have added another session here is photography competition. We have added poster competition. All these awards, we were winning the awards will be awarded in the valedictory functions. So let me first of all thank our honorable chief guest, honorable guest of honor, and everybody present here and all the audiences for having accepted our invitations, coming in such a large number to make this function a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspirational word. Your talk was really very motivating, and thank you for sharing your thoughts. So now this is the time. It's the souvenir for the Odisha Wildlife 2024. I request our chief guest and all the dignitaries to release the souvenir. Thank you all esteemed. Now is the time for our ceremony. The Odisha Wildlife Conservation Award 2024 goes to Dr. Vishwajit Mahanti, Secretary Wildlife Society of Odisha with a cash award of 1 lakh. Congratulations, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. Now, the Odisha Vanyaprani Mitra Award 2024 goes to 5. Congratulations, madam. Now the second awardee, Sri Akash Ranjan Rath, ex-honorary wildlife warden, Puri district. Congratulations, sir. Our next is Sri Vaishnava Bhoi, wildlife conservationist, Kapasira, Bargarh district. Forester Mangrove Forest Division Wildlife, Rajnagar, Kendrapada. Congratulations, sir. Odisha Vanyapran Mitra Award 2024 goes to Sri Ananya Kumar Samal, Para Forest Staff, Attavan Forest Division. Congratulations, sir. Thank you, sir. All dignitaries. Now I request our Chief Guest, Sri Devadatta Vishwa, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and HOFA.
देवीदत्त विश्वाल महाशय दायित्व पर बसिथिबा समस्त मान्यगण्य कर्मकर्ता एवं आपण माने जहाँकर विभिन्न आवेग उद्वेग आशा निराशा को उपाय करने ये समावेश आयोजन करा समस्त को हार्दिक शुभेच्छा जनाऊँ। Friends, I am slightly old and rusty. I won't be really telling much that nobody knows. I would like to just briefly flag a few points which might appear to be, which we normally tend to sideline, but they are nonetheless very important. Firstly, when we talk of wildlife, we tend to focus on a few animals only. The entire political perspective or the administrative perspective is also that. A magnificent species like the tiger or the sea turtle or the crocodile. But wildlife really deserves a much bigger focus, much larger focus. Anything that is live and not domesticated. Domesticated are very few only. How many are there? From 20, 30, 40, you must select it to 100 species, your rice or wheat, or cattle and all, but the rest of it all, which are not in close proximity of the humans, they are all wild. So, wildlife administrator or wildlife manager is not not really confined to the forest or the wildlife areas only. Wildlife is everywhere, in the cities, in the villages, in the houses, everywhere wildlife is there. And he has a role to play, the wildlife manager, he should not forget this thing. So this wildlife, when we say that 1 million species are on the border of extinction, you saying some 36,000 and all, but I have come to gather that 1 million species are on the border of extinction. There is a particular belief which is gaining ground, mostly in European and American continents, which is called speciesism. They seem to think that certain species which have a larger consciousness, a higher rationality, or which are socialized, they have the primary use of the earth resources. They can afford to steamroll other species. This is the dominant view that is gaining ground somewhat, but it is not correct. This is not correct on moral ground, on ethical ground. Every species on earth, every species has equal right on the resources of the earth. That is morally sanctified, that is ethically sanctified, and if you look into ecology, the primary science is ecology, so no species is dispensable. Every species has a role to play. Today we might not be knowing what is the role that it is playing, but it has a very big role to play. If you tamper, then there is a disaster. So we can't arrogate to ourselves that we only have everything. We will do the mining, we will do this and that, we will do the dam, and we will ignore the species. That's not correct. There has to be proper space, and the ecological thinking has to really permeate all our thinking. So this is one thing that I wanted to say. We should not focus, we should not have a very narrow focus when we speak of wildlife, and we should not only speak of the animals. We displaying photographs and all. We tend to focus on particular species of animals. But wildlife denotes ecosystem actually. The plants are as much important as the animals, and nobody bothers about the plants. The entire gene pool. It may be at the ecosystem level, it may be at the species level, it may be at the genetic level. Whichever is not domesticated, whichever is not in the direct use of the humans, we have to be very careful about that. That's one thing. And secondly, this ecosystem, we tend to manage the wildlife, our entire perspective on wildlife management is based on segregating certain areas, set apart certain areas where wildlife will have a focus. The rest of the areas are for forest. We have a PCCL who looks after the forest, we have a PCCL who looks at wildlife. But this kind of, broadly, this kind of segregation is not entirely correct in my opinion. Because wildlife can't exist without forest. And we are talking of forest-based wildlife. Wildlife is in agricultural fields, wildlife in the rivers, wildlife in the oceans, it is in wetlands. Everywhere, the wildlife, actually the PCCL is the man who has to really take charge of wildlife, wherever it is. So this ecosystem, the landscape approach to managing, wildlife manager has to have a landscape approach. You define a landscape, and then you see which are the various languages in various parts, and who are the stakeholders of various languages. Somebody may be advocating mining, somebody is an agriculturist, somebody may be animal farmer and all these kinds of stakeholders are there, academician, researcher, professionals and all, they are the different stakeholding and different areas have different kind of traditional uses. We have to draw a plan. What is the best possible use of the entire landscape? So that there is very little, so that there is no real degradation, so that we can arrest degradation, we really understand the ecological role of everything, and if there is a loss or in some adverse effect, how is it to compensate it and all. So this kind of an approach has to be there, ecosystem approach as we call. In forest management, although it is 150 years old, this approach is only in the lip service. Nobody actually does an ecosystem management of the forest. Forest is an ecosystem, or wildlife being part of the forest and ecosystem, but we only do tree managing. How many trees and where the trees are there to be felled. Our entire forest management is based on tree felling and some plantation here and there, plantation. In
in very, very ad hoc kind of way. Whichever species are raised suitably, they will be planted wherever. So that is not real forest management. What is the ecosystem? What is its function? And what is to be done so as to minimize the damage and all? And why is it that it is degrading day after day? So that perspective is seriously lacking. So we have to, at our level, whether we are householder or we are a farmer or we are a professional or anything, we have to really have this kind of a perspective. Because the political leadership who really decides for us, they go by the general opinion. What is the general opinion? What is the advice that is coming to him? Nobody tenders this kind of advice. Then secondly, I would say, resettlement, to my mind, it's a romantic idea to say that humans and wildlife will coexist. And we must try to build a rapport between them. The humans will coexist with wildlife. This is at best to me a romantic idea. They can never coexist. They can never. Wildlife needs a space of its own. We have to have space for wildlife and we have to evacuate human beings. See, we have fancy projects. We are evacuating people by paying enormous amount of compensation. Say in Puri, in Cuttack, we are spending money just to evacuate some slum dwellers or this, that, or some commercial settlements. But why can't we evacuate people from biodiversity areas, core areas of sanctuaries and national parks, areas which deserve to be protected for wildlife? Why can't we evacuate people? People have no place there. Because man will get up in the morning, he will need a vehicle, he will go in the Patpati, he will need a school, he will need a ration shop, he will need a hospital, he will need so many vehicles to come to him, he will go by vehicle, buses will fly. So how can wildlife stay there? Wildlife and human habitation are not actually synonymous. They don't go together. And if somebody is propagating this idea, he is really doing disturbance to the cause of wildlife. We have to advocate that if forest conservation is a project, irrigation projects are taking place, people are being resettled. Industrial projects are coming up, people are being resettled. Highways are being laid, people are being resettled. And why not in forest conservation? If we have to conserve an area as an ecosystem for wildlife and for forest, then we have to take away the people. Are the people happy to stay there? They are encountering so many wildlife attacks every day. They are not happy. Their children are not happy. Given adequate compensation, suitable land, irrigation, suitable subsistence, if all these things are provided on a very handsome scale, they will be willing to come away and the area will be free for wildlife. For so many years have passed, this thing is being told only, but nothing concrete is being seen. Very few villages are being resettled. That's not enough. Every day we must resettle people. So this is one thing that is very important in my mind, resettlement. And then another important aspect of highlight is this thing, corridor. People tend to talk of corridors. Corridors are not being protected. How many corridors have you? We have 14 corridors. Who laid down those corridors? What is a corridor? Corridor actually is if there is a good habitat, where there is a source population and animals are freely breeding, and there is another good habitat and there is no connectivity, then you restore that connectivity. But where are such habitats? Where are elephants breeding freely? Everything is a sink habitat, no source habitat is there. So the corridor concept is no more valid. Not that you provide some 10-15 corridors here and there. I don't know how to maintain, how to protect the corridor. And the animals will say, it's not so. It's not so exactly. So all these things that normally pollute our entire approach of thinking of protecting wildlife, those things have to be discarded. I have several other points also, but there is shortage of time and all. I will thank you very much. I thank you everybody. Thank everybody for giving me this opportunity. And thanks everybody for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Valuable words. Now I request our guest of honor, Sri Aptarana Mr. Deputy Director General of Forest, Integrated Regional Office, Bhubaneswar, MOEA, FANCC, Government of India, to address the gathering.
Thank you. At the outset, I thank Dr. Anup Naik and the organizing Evergreen Forum to give me this opportunity to speak on this World Wildlife Day. Respected Sri Devidat Biswal sir, PCCF and half the chief guest of this function, Mr. Suresh Mahanti, Padma PCCF and half Odisha, Dr. Anup Naik, former ADG, Member Secretary MPCA, Mr. Prakash Jena, Mr. Rajesh Kanungo, Mr. Dipankar Ghosh, all dear award winners, forest officers, Chief Conservator of Forest, Divisional Forest Officers, and other forest officials present here, school children, college children, trainees, distinguished ladies and gentlemen present here, and press and media representatives. It is a unique day. We are celebrating World Wildlife Day. Rightly pointed out by Anup sir, the same day in 2013, these sites it was signed. But when I went through the theme of this particular celebration day, connecting people and planet, it really made me to think, is it necessary to connect something which is already there? Planet and people. People need to be connected to the planet. But there is a need to say to the people that you are an integral part of this planet. Because the behavior of the people has become such selfish that there is a need to tell them you are not the only creature of this planet, you are only a creature of this planet. That is what the theme wanted to say. Though we claim to be very, very intelligent, clever, with a lot of wisdom, with a large-sized brain, but still you are being told that you are a part of the planet. So this theme is really something need to be wondered, need to be analyzed, and need to be thought. What made us to tell that you are a part of this planet? Come on, wake up. It reminds me one book, Sapiens. Anybody who has read this? Anybody? Sapiens. So if you go through the book, it describes the history of the sapiens. We are Homo sapiens, evolution of this mankind, rightly pointed out by sir. So if you go through that, इसमें एक चीज बड़ा बढ़िया से लिखा है, जब ये क्रिएशन हुआ, धीरे धीरे लाइफ आया, only the sapiens, there were different species, but हम लोग भी we are just a part of just like any wild animal. हम लोग भी स्ट्रगल कर रहे थे खाने के लिए, शिकार हो रहा था. जैसे आप तो कभी डिस्कवरी चैनल में हो, यूट्यूब में जब देख रहे हैं कि बाइसन को जब कोई लायन या टाइगर अटैक करते हैं, टाइगर भी इंजर्ड होता है, लायन भी इंजर्ड होता है. सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेस्ट, तो मारता है अपना फूड के लिए, कभी कभी उसको अपना जान भी देना पड़ता है. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ रिलेशन में वाइल्ड लाइफ की तरह वी आर आल्सो ए पार्ट ऑफ द यूनिवर्स. उसमें हम लोग का संख्या भी 1000 में था, धीरे धीरे लाख में हुआ, बट इट वाज लाइक एनी वाइल्ड एनिमल इन द यूनिवर्स. धीरे धीरे एक जगह पे कहीं आग लग गया और थोड़ा सा तो इंटेलिजेंट था, जैसे जानवर में भी बहुत इंटेलिजेंट है, दिस पर्टिकुलर सपियंस वो थोड़ा इंटेलिजेंट था. तो देखा कि आग लग गया तो उसमें जो जला हुआ चीज है उसमें उसको इजीली खाने को मिल जा रहा है, और जो the people, the animals who were getting fight for food, वो लोग आ नहीं रहे हैं. तो this fire made the entire difference जिस सपियंस को आज हम कह रहे हैं कि भाई तुम भी इस प्लैनेट का पार्ट हो, ये उसी आग ने उनको दिखा दिया कि भाई खाना तो बहुत ईजी हो गया, उसमें जल गया, कोई अपोजिशन नहीं है। और जहाँ आग है, बड़े बड़े जानवर, एलिफेंट हो, लायन हो, टाइगर हो, चीता हो, दे आर नॉट कमिंग, सो उसको आराम मिल गया। तो देन दिस सपियंस दे स्टार्टेड यूजिंग एंड कंट्रोलिंग द फायर, एंड दैट इज द की। जब आज हम लोग आज इस जगह पर हैं, तो जब हम बिगिनिंग में जिस तरह कंडीशन में थे, तो इस आग ने हमको ये आज जब सुविधा दिया है, एंड वी हैव ऑलमोस्ट रूल दी वर्ल्ड, और हम अपना सुविधा को ही सुविधा मानते हैं। व्हेन देयर इज ए रोड, दिस कनेक्टिविटी इज फॉर नॉट वाइल्ड एनिमल्स। व्हेन देयर इज ए रोड, व्हेन देयर इज ए रेलवे, इट गिव्स कनेक्टिविटी टू अस, but it gives disconnectivity, it fragments landscape. अभी रोड बनेगा, नॉट क्रिटिसाइज, रोड इज एसेंशियल, रेलवे इज एसेंशियल, बट रोड जो हमारा सुविधा के लिए बन रहा है, वो मोस्ट ऑफ द वाइल्ड एनिमल के लिए वो अपना वो कनेक्टिविटी को, हम जिसको कनेक्टिविटी करते हैं उसका कनेक्टिविटी डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता है। सो व्हेन वी आर प्लानिंग, आर वी थिंकिंग दैट द थीम सेज, now you think that you are a part of the planet, so that you plan, you connect, you improve your connectivity, no problem, but think about the connectivity of the creatures. When you have a road, when you have a railway line, give enough passages so that the wildlife can connect one habitat to the other habitat, one part of landscape to the other part of the landscape, so that their food, their breeding, their migration will not suffer. The relationship with wildlife and human, अगर आप कहीं जंगल में, बहुत सारा लोग यहाँ तो भुवनेश्वर में नहीं है, बट हम लोग we work in the forest. I am a officer from Jharkhand today. I work for almost 30 years in Jharkhand. So अगर जंगल में आप घूमेंगे, कोई नेशनल पार्क में कभी जाएंगे, आप देखिए क्या रिलेशनशिप है। नीचे एक महुआ का ट्री है, आई जस्ट कैन इमेजिन, आई जस्ट कैन फील जो आपके अंदर में ला पाऊंगा कि नहीं। ऊपर में बंदर महुआ के पेड़ में हिला रहा है, महुआ नीचे गिर रहा है, और पिकअप और स्पॉटेड डियर साथ में उस महुआ को खा रहा है। सो टू सी द काइंड ऑफ relationship with these animals, monkey और spotted deer और peacock, कितना contrasting है तीनों, एक bird है, एक monkey है और एक spotted deer, but the kind of relation and the kind of understanding among each other कि वो हिला रहा है और नीचे जो महुआ उसको पूरा ग्रुप होके hundreds of spotted deers and peacock साथ साथ में खा रहे हैं। जब हाथी नेशनल पार्क में जंगल में पेड़ को, बड़ा बड़ा पेड़ को तोड़ के पैसेज बना के जा रहा है, थोड़ा सा अगर ऑब्जर्व करेंगे देखेंगे उसके पीछे पीछे बाइसन का झुंड जा रहा है, क्योंकि जो बड़ा बड़ा डाली वो खा के नीचे गिरा रहा है, वो बाइसन जिसको तोड़ नहीं सकता है, वो फड़र को बाइसन खा के जा रहा है। सो दी वंडरफुल कनेक्टिविटी, दी वंडरफुल इंटरेक्शन विद द एनिमल, उसको अलग से सोचना समझना बड़ा डिफिकल्ट है। सो दैट्स व्हाई वाइल्ड लाइफ मैनेजमेंट, हम जितना भी कहे कि हम लोग अचीव कर लिए हैं, कोई कीस्टोन स्पेसिस को, जैसे साहब बता रहे थे कि हम बड़े बड़े कीस्टोन्स को स्पेसिस को ही प्रिजर्व करके प्रोटेक्ट करके हम कह रहे हैं वाइल्ड लाइफ कंजर्वेशन कर दिए हैं, तो उसका भी जरूरी है, बट एट द सेम टाइम वी शुड नॉट फॉरगेट अबाउट दी अदर क्रिएचर्स। अभी रिसेंटली दोज हू न्यू, उनके लिए मैं रिमाइंड करना चाहता हूँ, वल्चर का पॉपुलेशन खत्म हो गया, एंड हमारा इतना साइंटिस्ट, आई एम नॉट क्रिटिसाइजिंग एनीबॉडी, टू फॉरेस्ट ऑफिसर, नॉट टू एनी साइंटिस्ट, नॉट टू एनी नेचर लवर, बट हम जस्ट ये बताना चाहते हैं कि वल्चर का जब पॉपुलेशन ऑलमोस्ट खत्म हो गया, 99% खत्म हो गया, हम खाली रिसर्च करते रह गए हैं कि ये जो वल्चर मर रहा है किसके लिए मर रहा है, उसका रीजन हमको ढूंढने के लिए हमको 99% पॉपुलेशन को छोड़ देना पड़ा। दे डाइड। जो ड्रूपिंग ऑफ नेट में 80s और 90s के आसपास है, मैं जब राष्ट्रीय वाइल्ड लाइफ डिवीजन का ये पता, उस समय उसका कंजर्वेशन एफर्ट स्टार्ट हुआ, 99% लॉस। तब पता चलता है ये जो होता है ड्रिपिंग नहीं होके जो वल्चर मर रहा है, इट इज नॉट एनी बैक्टीरिया, इट इज नॉट एनी वायरस, इट इज ओनली आवर ओन क्रिएशन। हम जो केटल को मेडिसिन दे रहे हैं, डाइक्लोफेनाक उसमें है, वो केटल जब मर जाता है 72 आवर्स से पहले डाइक्लोफेनाक इंजेक्ट किए और 72 आवर्स से पहले अगर वो मर जाता है, वो डाइक्लोफेनाक उसके बॉडी में रह जाता है और हम थ्रो कर देते हैं, उसका वल्चर खाता है, वल्चर के बॉडी में वो डाइक्लोफेनाक डिसइंटीग्रेट नहीं हो पाता है, सीधा किडनी में जाता है और किडनी डिस्फंक्शन होके उसका ड्रिपिंग नहीं होके उसका डेथ हो जाता है। और ये कब पता चला जब हम लोग वी लॉस्ट 99% वल्चर। सो मेरा कहने का मतलब है कितना डिफिकल्ट है। अगर कोई आदमी के कॉम्प्लिकेशन है, हम हर तरह का टेस्ट कर सकते हैं, बट कोई जानवर का अगर कोई कॉम्प्लिकेशन होता है, इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू नो, वी मे टोटली लूज ए स्पीसीज बिकॉज ऑफ दैट। उसके बाद हम लोग डाइक्लोफेनाक को चेंज किए, मेलॉक्सिकन में स्विच ओवर किए एंड वी ट्राई टू प्रोटेक्ट व्हाटएवर लेफ्ट। इसमें कमेंडेबल जॉब था उस समय में जो वल्चर के लिए चंडीगढ़ के पास में जो एफर्ट्स हुआ, इट वाज वंडरफुल एफर्ट। हम लोग कुछ बचाने में सक्षम हुए, ब्रीडिंग कराए, अपने से वल्चर रेस्टोरेंट बनाया गया, तो मेनी सच एफर्ट्स हुआ। तो मेरा ये जो कहने का मतलब है, ये जो वाइल्ड लाइफ इट्स अ वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड एंड डिफिकल्ट थिंग। हम लोग का ये प्रयास होना चाहिए कि whosoever, maybe forest officer, maybe nature lover, maybe student, maybe parent, maybe villagers, जब भी मौका मिलता है, we should try to help the wildlife कि उनको कोई trouble नहीं हो, because they cannot speak their trouble, they cannot tell you their trouble. So we should be the ear and eyes of this wildlife and try to understand, have passion, love towards them, then definitely ये wildlife का जो ये धीरे सर ने अरूप सर ने बताया ना कितना एक्सटिंक्शन के कागज पर है। Many species getting extincted, many are rare, many are endangered। तो उनको बचाने के लिए आपका स्नेह, आपका प्रेम और आपका अफेक्शन चाहिए, वो अपने आप वो प्रोटेक्ट और प्रिजर्व हो जाएगा। जो मेजर हम लोगों का इंटरवेंशन है, कुछ लोग कोचिंग करते हैं, पर जब गांव वाला मान लेगा कि हम कोचिंग होने नहीं देंगे, तो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कोच अस टू किल। जब प्लानर्स हम लोग डाइवर्सन करते हैं फॉरेस्ट में या कोई डेवलपमेंटल काम करते हैं, वी जस्ट डोंट सी, वी शुड नॉट सी ओनली आवर बेनिफिट, वी शुड टू टेक केयर ऑफ द मिटिगेटिव मेजर्स, चाहे जितना भी कष्टदायक हो, कितना भी आपको अपोजिशन मिले। सो वी शुड एंश्योर द कनेक्टिविटी बिटवीन हैबिटेट इन द डेवलपमेंटल प्रोजेक्ट्स। जितना भी फ्रैगमेंटेशन हो रहा है, जितना भी पॉसिबल हो रहा है कि फ्रैगमेंटेशन को रोके, और आवर प्लांटेशन एफर्ट्स शुड बी, जैसे मानवी सर बता रहे थे, हम लोग जो कॉरिडोर है और नेशनल पार्क सेंचुरी के पास में वो कनेक्टिविटी में करें ताकि फ्रैगमेंटेशन को रोके। और डेफिनेटली हमारा जो गवर्नमेंट का एफर्ट्स है, प्रोजेक्ट टाइगर, प्रोजेक्ट एलिफेंट, प्रोजेक्ट क्रोकोडाइल, इसमें वी हैव अचीव्ड अ लॉट। हम लोगों का टाइगर पॉपुलेशन जो 2006 में ओनली 1411 था, 2020 में इट इज एस्टिमेटेड टू बी 3682। इट्स अ कमेंडेबल अचीवमेंट। सिमिलरली लेपर्ड का भी 2018 और 2022 के कंपैरिजन में the estimated figure is more than 1000 than what it was in 2018. So there are efforts by the government, but only effort by the government cannot solve the problem of wildlife, cannot conserve the wildlife. So what it need is your wholehearted support, love and affection. Thank you so much.
Sir, for your most valuable words. Now I will invite our chief guest of today's conclave, Sri Devadatta Vishwal, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and HOFF, Government of Odisha, to deliver his valuable speech and give his insight about the conclave, wildlife conclave.
Very good morning to all of you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Dignitaries on the dais, Sri Suresh Mansi sir, my senior, my mentor. I have worked many years under him. Sri Dr. Anuj Naik, again my senior, my elder brother. Artha, very close friend of mine and my colleague. Dr. Deepankar, Rajesh, Prakash. Forest officer sitting in the front, both retired and serving. Distinguished awardees, including my dear Vishwajit Mahato, who got the lifetime achievement. Congratulations to you. Dear students from college, officers from the Rangers College. Sangram, all of them are from Chhattisgarh? All of them are from Chhattisgarh. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, in fact, my first disclaimer is, I should be the last person who should be speaking here because I am not a wildlife expert. I have never worked in wildlife. And ironically, I am the last person speaking. And after a very, very emotional, sentimental speech given by Artha, it's very difficult for me to hold forth. But anyway, I'll try my best to do justice. At the outset, I congratulate both Evergreen Forum and Indian Chamber of Commerce for coming together to organize this conclave, which is being organized on 3rd of May, which is the World Wildlife Day. And as Artha was saying, the theme for this year is connecting people and planet, exploring digital innovations in wildlife conservation. Before I start my address, a few concerns which have been raised by Mr. Suresh Manti, I would like to respond to that, sir. You spoke about the landscape approach. Yes, that is absolutely correct. And no wildlife can survive if we work on silos. It has to be a landscape approach, and you will be happy to know that for some years now, we have been following that. Be it the site-specific management plan or be it the regional management plan, we follow a landscape approach. But unfortunately, what is happening is the psyche and the mindset is such that we still go back to that, me alone structure. In fact, today also, whenever I speak to some of the biologists and biologists, or the elephants come from Jharkhand, they are not our elephant. As if the elephant has a number, JH. It's not so. They don't know any boundaries, be it national or international boundaries. So we have to. It is a fact that we have to follow the landscape approach, and we are doing that. And if we don't do that, we will fail. Because it's not a solution that the elephant will come from Jharkhand, we drive it over to Jharkhand, it will come from West Bengal. If the elephant from Odisha go to West Bengal, they drive it back to Odisha. So the habitat has to be protected on landscape concept, and everybody has to own it, and everybody has to behave responsibly. That is your suggestion is well taken care of, and you will be happy to know that we are following that. You also mentioned about relocation, sir. We are doing it now. And in fact, the relocation package of Odisha is one of the best in the country. So much so that we have been able to voluntarily relocate almost all the villages from the core of Similipal. The only village which is left out is Bapua, and the villagers are more or less agreeable, but only thing we are putting it on hold because of the elections now. Similarly, many villages of Sarkozy are also going to come out willingly. So it requires constant dialogue, it requires a lot of awareness. As you said, nobody wants to stay inside the forest with no facilities available to them. So once you are in a dialogue with them, once you convince them they are better off, and these people, they come to the city and see how city life is, and once given a good package, everybody would be willing to come out of it, and they are coming out. And we are seeing the results now, sir. Recently I have been to Similipal. The areas which have been relocated now, beautiful grasslands have come up, the prey base has gone up, and fortunately, ultimately tiger population has also gone up. Recently when I went to Similipal, somebody said that the chances of fighting a tiger there is 1 in 10. Some of the directors have come back from Similipal without fighting a tiger also. But whether I traveled it because I am the capture of PCC or it was my luck. At this time we sighted T38 with its cup, Himalayan stick up, me and Sushant, we had gone together. And the latest census based on camera trap shows that the tiger population is coming up. We have few tigers dispersing to Ghatna area also. That's a good sign. And I have to say that, whether the question we should ask ourselves is whether as human beings we think that the planet is only unto us, or we want everybody else to coexist. So that is one question we should be that is the question we should be asking us. And as he said, coming back to the theme of the World Wildlife Day, as you said that fire was the first most major discovery by human beings. Probably next best invention was the wheel, and now we are amongst the so-called best in the midst of that invention, which is an IT revolution. And that is the theme, that exploring digital innovations to conserve wildlife. Just to throw some light on it, what we in the state are doing is that obviously we have an OFM's portal, Odisha Forest Management portal, which is hosting about 25 different applications. Most of it is compatible with both the Android and iOS platform. Apart from many other applications, the applications which I want to highlight today is that we have the IWMS, in which we are monitoring the elephants, and it sends alerts in terms of in the shape of bulk SMSs. Apart from that, on a pilot basis also we are trying for sensor-based alert system. That's also happening now. We are using drones, thermal drones to monitor elephants wherever it is difficult to monitor, and also during the nights. GIS mapping of the elephant depredation areas. In fact, we are also running an app called Anukampa, where everything is online. The compensation grants and all that is online. Anybody can monitor. It reduces the human contact, and you can see where the fire is pending, and the process of giving compensation has been hastened up. So these are the few innovations which we have. And coming to forest fire, because this is the fire season, so I take this opportunity to at least apprise this August gathering as to what we are doing in fire. As you know, unfortunately Odisha is the state which almost for last 4 or 5 years has been the top of the fire incidences. 2021 was the worst, about 42,000 fire points. Last year we had about 36,000 fire points. So it was a challenge for us to how to address the forest fire. So we integrated technology into it. All of you know that we are receiving the FSI data on fire. Apart from that, our system also can access the NRSA data itself. If there is a delay in FSI data, we can access the NRSA data also. And there are 8,000 mobiles which have been registered in that portal right up to the guard level. And depending on the alert which we receive, depending on its lat long, the alert is automatically pushed to the concerned respective mobile, so that the response time is less. And so much so that last time we had been able to, our fire response was 99%, and the average affected area of fire has come down from 0.5 hectare per fire incident in 2021 to 0.25 hectare per fire incident last year. That means the response has been quicker. So these are the few things, because why I am talking about fire is that it is happening now, and it also in a way also affects our biodiversity and wildlife. So we have to adopt technology, we have to adhere to technology and see how our response is quicker. I also was slightly worried to see some of, since my media friends are also there, so I thought that I will flag this issue. Last time I flagged the issue of their sensitivity towards wildlife. When they are reporting wildlife, it can be reported in a way that it is more empathetic. Similarly, for fire incidents also, it has to be reported, because you see, whenever there is a fire, Last time, just to give an example, we had certain days when the fire numbers went up to 21,000, 2100 to 2200 a day for about 3-4 days. Our staff didn't sleep for weeks long. They were just on duty for 3-4 days, they didn't get a sleep. And how difficult it is to douse fire, you will know once you go and actually douse it. I did it few times when I was DFO, and you will not believe I was not there for the whole time. About half an hour, 1 hour. When you come back, you feel as if you have not drunk water. You are so dehydrated that you haven't drunk water for 10 days. You get blisters. You get your clothes get burned, and you have lost some life. So, but unfortunately, what the media projects is jungle niya lagila, forest department niravadrasta. If the forest department niravadrasta, then how come 99% response comes? How come the forest department has been able to douse 99% of the fire? So, my only, again, humble request to the media who are here, they may carry my message to their own brethren, that be a little responsible, be a little empathetic, be a little sympathetic, because if not anything, it's going to demoralize the staff out there. Don't quote Ardha Satyas. 900 fire points are there, it's a Satya. But forest department is Nirabhadasta, is not a Satya. So write the proper narrative. The narrative must change. You must say that, okay, despite the department's effort, thousands of forest fire points have been reported, but our response is 98. That is somehow, we missed that. We missed that, and that is a great demoralizing thing to our staff. So my again request is that last time when I said that I कौचु जे हाथी आसी मारिदेला माने हाथी is a murderer. It is unfortunately that incident is happening because at some point of time we as human beings are also failing. For example, you will go and there is a white elephant, there is a white tusker, lone tusker coming, and you will have a selfie in front of it. Then you will think that the elephant will pose. I mean, see, you have to have, and despite all the precautions, all the micings, you will still brew liquor, and then think that the elephant will not come. So we have to play our role. Then also, if something happens, if we play our role, take it from me in writing that all the incidences will come down, if not be zero. Definitely it can come down. So we have to be responsible. If we have to be responsible, the media has to be responsible. My humble request to my media friends who are here is that please, whether it be wildlife or fire, please report responsible. Not, please don't do yellow journalism. That's my humble request. I was really worried to see the latest recent India Today publication. If you have seen, it's supposed to come on 11th March. I got some soft copy of that. The vanishing birds. It reports that last 2-3 decades we have lost about 50% of the birds. And the main reason which they are giving it is there is no prizes for guessing the reasons. Shrinkage of habitat, definitely one of the reasons. Climate change, then pollution, and human apathy. That's where our role comes. 50% of the bird species have already vanished. As Dr. Naik was saying, that 31,000 species are already on the verge of extinction. 50% of the species have vanished during the last 3 decades, and the trend continues. This is for the birds, and I'm sure because they had a State of India Birds report in 2023, so that's it. But I am sure if such census are done for other species also, the result will be the same, if not better, if not worse. So we have to, as the most progressive species on the planet, we have to be more responsible, we have to be more tolerant, and this is the time, such days when we observe worldwide, we must ask certain questions to ourselves. Again, I will ask that same question to ourselves. Have we decided that we will only stay in the I'm sure the answer from all of you will know. Because of the wildlife is on the are gradually getting extended, life forms are gradually extended? The answer is yes. Are we to be blamed for it? Probably yes. Can we do something for it today? Probably the answer is yes. Have we done enough? Probably no. Probably no. Have we reached a point of no return? No. There are success stories. You know, the nature is so resilient. Nature is so resilient. You take a step towards nature, the nature will take 10 steps towards you. So what it requires from you, as Arthur said, is that we have to take that one step forward as human beings. We have to act that more responsibly. And we'll certainly, it's not, with our effort we can definitely get them back. There are many success stories. You've got the estuarine crocodiles back. Now that we are assessing, me and wildlife researchers are assessing that they are beyond the carrying capacity, so we have decided to put the breeding program on hold for some years. The tiger is back in the country. The sparrows are back. So if we take adequate, proper and timely effort, definitely these trends can be reversed. So that is one thing which I would urge all of you to think. And see, everybody who's sitting here is very, very concerned, I know. But the challenge is to take it to propagate and make others aware. So that is the challenge. So all those questions which I asked, and if we ask ourselves that question, that yes, is there a role for us? Yes, are we willing to do that bit for us to take one? Yes, then probably it is worth celebrating, not observing, celebrating this World Wildlife Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful. It was really very informative, and thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. Now, I will request Engineer Rajesh Kanungo, Co-Convener ESH Committee, Indian Commerce, Chamber of Commerce, Odisha State Council, to offer the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It is my privilege to be here to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing committee. So I am very thankful. First of all, my thanks goes to Mr. Prakash, Dr. Prakash, when he approached to the Indian Chamber of Commerce that we jointly do the program, this wildlife conclave. Then immediately we thought that in which way that Indian Chamber of Commerce, which is an association of industries and commercial establishments, that have nothing to do with wildlife as such on the outset. Because the industries just take a forest clearance and a wildlife management plan and they do their business. They are here to do the business. But immediately we agreed with a context that, why we agreed that I'll tell you just after I just finished my vote of thanks. So my thanks goes to Sri Devidat Vishwa, IFS, Principal Chief Conservator of Forest and HOFF, Government of Odisha, for sparing his valuable time, even if it is a Sunday, out of his tennis, after the tennis and all, he has still he preferred to be here along with us. Then my thanks goes to Dr. Anup Kumar Naik, who is a former ADG Project Tiger and Chairman Odisha Conclave 2024, for steering the entire thing from behind the screen. Actually, he was the person who was all the way guiding to Dr. Prakash so that this program becomes successful. Then my sincere thanks goes to
Sri Atrikan Mishra, IFS, Deputy Director General of Forest Central, Integrated Regional Office, Bhubaneswar, MOFCC, Government of India, for his presence here and enlightening us with the real the emotion, with the emotion he has, so the way the wildlife behave and the way we human behave. Then my thanks goes to Dr. Dipankar Ghosh, Senior Director, WWF India, coming all the way from Delhi to spend time with us to discuss about the very important issue. Here, just I say that a small thing which all the speakers have already spoken to. The key word here is a sustainable development. Okay, so it is way back in 10 years, almost 10 years back, when I was giving a presentation in MOFCC for an environmental clearance of a project, that's a mining project. Then the committee rejected the EITMP report. They told that you have probably not properly presented the wildlife management, how you are going to do that. Then I told that what we have to do, then you go and read at Wildlife Trust of India, WTI, that is Dehradun. So I went all the way from Bhubaneswar to Delhi, Delhi to Dehradun to spend 1 week time with Dr. Asa Rajvanshi. I read it and read the book. I purchased that book of Dr. Sukumar, Hemant Sukumar, who has written the book on the behavior of Asian elephants, how they behave. It is not that we make a corridor, we make a flyover, we make a underpass, and we make a water body, the elephant will come. The way elephant will think, the way they behave, the way they respond is totally different. I am a dog lover also, as he knows, and the wolf is a wildlife. The wolf and the German Shepherd is derived from wolf. German Shepherd is a domesticated version of the wolf when it is hybridized with dog and we say dog. So the behavior is totally different. So first of all, we should understand the behavior of the animals, which is very, very difficult to understand. A lot of R&D is required for that. Then only we can think of doing a mitigation plan for them. So this is a very right forum that all the stakeholders are here, the media, the delegates of the dais, delegates on the dais, and the students from different forest colleges and all we are here. So it is the industry or the developmental projects, they are here. And at the same time, environment is also very, very important. Environment has got two components, biotic and abiotic. In the biotic component, wildlife is one of the important components because wildlife, the presence of wildlife improves the environment, and the improved environment gives is a complementary to each other. An improved environment, better environment gives good growth of a biodiversity and good growth of it. So let us join hands, all the stakeholders, let us join hands for the protection of wildlife. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, leaders. Now I will request Dr. Anup Kumar Naik sir for further proceeding. We will have break for now. We will have the tea break.